NKTelco Sports welcomes you to coverage of high school basketball, where the Russia Raiders will take on the Jackson Center Tigers. Tonight's game brought to you by the following sponsors: First National Bank, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Precision Strip, and St. Henry Bank. Bringing you girls basketball action from the habitat of the Cat in Jackson Center. Tigers will take on the Russia Raiders. The visiting Russia Raiders come in. They lost in their last start, 42-25 to Anna. And the whole season has been kind of like a roller coaster for head coach Michael Bayshore. Raiders come in 7-7, 5-3 in Shelby County Athletic League.
Yeah, and really Russia this year, a young roster that made the regionals last year. Coach Bayshore really trying to make that next step. And in that second half of the season, they want to see this team explode like they did last year when they went in the regionals. But like you said, Dave, it's been up and down. You know, they had their ups. They challenged a really good Fort Laramie team. They challenged a really good Kettering Alter team a couple weeks ago and have snuck some good wins in there, but they threw out some duds. Their game against Anna Saturday wasn't the best. A game they were held to 25 points, a game they just really weren't aggressive in. It wasn't a complete game for the Raiders, but they're looking to get a big win here tonight and go over the 500 mark.
And the Raiders, 5 losses, less than 6 points, total of 22 points, so a basket here or there, and it's a lot better than a 7-7 record.
Yeah, and that comes with the youth of this team. A lot of girls with the first and second year varsity experience. I mean, 3 underclassmen alone in this starting lineup, just 1 senior. So they're learning, even though they made a deep tournament run last year, but they're making that turn and hoping to make a good run in D7 this year. Jackson
Center, on the other hand, the Tigers have lost 5 of their last 6, suffered 3 straight losses. The last came against Waynesfield Goshen, 42-35, and then against Versailles, 69-41. They're struggling without a veteran senior player in McKinley Reichert.
Yeah, and obviously that's going to be the focal point of not having McKinley Reichert, but the Tigers just got to get used to it. Don't know how long she's going to be out. You got to be able to adjust in these new rules. Some girls are going to have to take on a little more of the bulk of the scoring without McKinley here today.
Thanks for joining us here on NKTelco Sports. I'm Dave Helmstetter, with me Brandon Koberman, as we're just about set for the national anthem. Then the introduction of our starting lineups for tonight's Shelby County Athletic League girls basketball game between Russia and Jackson Center. Now our national anthem. You are watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
We are more than just a bank. Our commitment goes beyond banking transactions. It's about investing in the hearts and hopes of the people we serve. From scholarships that pave the way for bright futures to local initiatives that enrich lives, we stand by you every step of the way. Because when our community thrives, we all prosper. Together, we build a stronger, brighter community.
Is your internet slowing down your family fun? Your work and all the things you need to get done? Say goodbye to buffering, lagging, and endless loading screens. With NKTelco's blazing fast internet and smart Wi-Fi, everyone gets the speed they need. No contracts, no hidden fees, just everyday low prices and fast speeds. NKTelco, keeping your family connected.
Jackson Center and Russia about to square off here on NKTelco Sports. Jackson Center comes into tonight's game 5-9 overall and 2-5 in league play. The Raiders 7-7 and 5-3 starters for the Raiders. Claudia Haney, number 20 Hazel Francis, number 21 Addison Shappy, number 22 Celeste Borchers, number 24 Ariana Cordonier. Those are the starters tonight for the Russia Raiders of head coach Michael Bayshore. Now for the home team, the Jackson Center Tigers, under head coach Tiffany Brown. Number 20, a freshman, 5'6", Tatum Reichert. They'll look to her to pick up some of the load offensively. Number 22, Audrey Bird, a 5'5 junior. And number 24, Kendall Reese, a 5'8 senior for the Tigers. And number 34, a 5'6 senior, Dee Lichtenberg. And number 10, 5'9 senior in Presley Reese. Reese and Reichert averaging about 8-9 points per game for the Tigers and lead them in scoring. Let's take a look at our keys to the game tonight. First for the Russia Raiders.
Thanks, Dave. And taking a look for Coach Bayshore's squad in his second year, he wants his team to be aggressive. Sometimes the Raiders, being young, just lack that attacking the basket, attacking downhill and being aggressive on offense. Need to limit turnovers. That's been an emphasis all year, especially being with being a youthful roster. And also playing a complete game as well, and not being so up and down.
And for the Jackson Center Tigers,
they want to limit turnovers too, and especially talking about winning the boards, especially without McKinley Reichert. Coach Tiffany Brown re-emphasized that a couple times, and just doing those keys to perfection without having McKinley.
It's tough to make an adjustment when you lose a player of the level of McKinley Reichert during the season, so it takes the Tigers some time to adjust. And Coach Brown did say in the last two games they have begun to find a little bit of scoring, and Tatum Reichert handling the basketball right there has been one of the reasons. Kendall Reese shot no good. Presley Reese battling for the rebound. It's going to go out of bounds. And Jackson Center will continue with the ball. Reichert gets into Kendall Reese. Back out to Bird. Lichtenberg top of the key there. Inside the lane goes Reichert. Running right-hander, no good. Claudia Haney with the rebound. Pushes it up court. Outside three. It's there as Addison Shappy, the senior, knocks it home. Averaging 7.3 points per game through 10 games. Connects on the three.
Yeah, it's the Raiders' best three-point shooter. Now you see them applying pressure without Reichert here today. And it looks like Tatum going to take over maybe a little more of the ball handling duties along with Presley Reese.
Reese to Bird, right side, looks to the inside for Kendall Reese. Kendall finally gains control of the basketball near the timeline. Gets it to Bird, and there's going to be a foul. It's going to go against Airy. It's going to go out of bounds.
Oh, they maybe called a jump ball there, too.
I
really didn't even see what happened there.
I believe it was a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Raiders. They'll have the basketball. Cordonier. She'll handle the basketball. Cut inside there by Borchers. She'll come back around to the outside. Francis goes down low. Handling the basketball now is Shappy. Haney down low. Nice pass. Good execution. Celeste Borchers, the sophomore, with the basket, and quickly the Raiders are up 5-0.
Well, and that's exactly what the Raiders need to do there. Flash the basketball, be aggressive, and that's what Haney did, getting that ball. Nice flash and a nice cut by Celeste Borchers there.
Tigers trying to set their offense. Reese wants to go into the lane. Finds Lichtenberg inside the arc. Puts it on the floor. Gets it back out to Bird. Reichert shouting direction to her team, like Lichtenberg and Bird go inside. Reichert shoots the three. Reese will come down with a rebound. Presley Reese with the shot, no good. And a rebound comes down to Cordonier. Quickly up court, lead, pass. It's a beauty, and Claudia Haney benefits.
That's exactly what you want to see from the Raiders, that aggressiveness and attacking downhill.
Turnaround jumper on the turnover, or after the turnover. Shot doesn't fall for Cordonier. Reese with a rebound. Presley Reese, number 10, with the basketball. She'll take it to the hoop. She'll draw the foul. That's going to go against number 20, Hazel Francis. Her first foul of tonight's contest as Reese shoots the free throw. Hayden Bensman, number 30, will come in as Bird will go out. 4:48 to go on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
And we talk about the absence of McKinley Riker, but a nice little luxury for Coach Brown to get Kendall Reese back here in the lineup lately.
Francis over to Cordonier. Borchers, top of the key. Shappy open for the three, and Addison Shappy connects on her second three.
I was gonna say, she's definitely the best Raider three-point shooter, and struggled at times from three, but has hit two here early.
Raiders pressure creates the turnover. Shappy's three that time, no good. Here comes Bensman on the breakaway, puts it up, doesn't go. Rebound, Cordonier. Cordonier goes to the right side. Reichert on her. They'll move it to Shappy. Borchers inside, wide open. Claudia Haney. Timeout, Jackson Center, and Michael Bayshore is pretty happy with the Raiders' performance here. 3:44 to go. First quarter of action. Russia 12, Jackson Center 1. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
11-point lead for the Russia Raiders, Brandon, and the Raiders coming out. Nice flow on offense, moving the basketball and getting it inside and using that height with Claudia Haney, especially to their advantage.
Yeah, and it's just like I said in the keys, being aggressive like they're doing now with the double teams and the traps. When that Raider team plays way more aggressive, they play so much better as a team, and a nice three there in the face by Tatum Reichert.
That makes it 12-4, 3 minutes, 25 seconds to go in the opening quarter. We're looking at a couple of freshmen that's going to be playing against each other for another 4 years, Brandon.
I believe they played AAU together as well, Dave, so I believe they're quite familiar with each other.
There's the toss inside. That's a hard play to defend against, and Celeste Borchers puts the basket in.
I like how they're using Celeste Borchers to really post up because she's a tall guard. They tried to do that Saturday against Anna, but the Raiders really didn't feed her the ball very well. Nice shot by Reichert.
Reichert will come right back with a 17-footer, and it's 14-6. Cordonier with the basketball. Looks inside at Haney. Back out to Borchers. They'll go to the right side. Francis goes to the baseline. Double team. Bensman takes it away, and there's going to be a reach, and that's going to go against Francis, who's not very happy with the call.
I thought they would have called a jump ball there. Maybe it would have went to Jackson anyway, but that's Francis's second.
And number 4, Faith York, into the Raiders lineup. Down court quickly, Lichtenberg underneath the basket, gets it out to Kendall Reese. Presley Reese with it. Kendall wants the basketball. She has it. York on her. Reese will put it on the floor. Gets it to Bensman. Short jumper is going to be short. Rebounded by Addison Shappy. Up court she comes. Goes to the left side. There's the three. Shot no good by Borchers. Haney comes up with a board. Shot no good, and Reichert has the rebound. Cordonier will guard her. Bensman to her right. Reese to the left. Lichtenberg in the middle for the Tigers. Lichtenberg with it. Bensman. They watch Reichert make the cut. Reese, 15-footer, good shot.
Well,
hit a few 15-footers and you look a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of look for dead there, that 12-1 start. With the Jackson Center offense coming alive here, hitting a few tough shots.
Inside shot no good. Rebound up and in by Cardagna. And 30-second timeout taken by head coach Michael Bayshore. Our score, Jackson Center finds themselves down by 8. Russia 16. Jackson Center 8. You are watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
The Hometown Opportunity Platform is exceptional.
It is focused, laser focused on the careers in our 4-county region.
100% of the time we go to Hometown Opportunity. We've had great success from a handful of applications when we need them, as well as a recent one where we had 67 applicants.
Honestly, it's a competitive advantage.
The Hometown experience has been everything I could have dreamed of and more.
8-point lead for Jackson Center, or excuse me, for Russia. Raiders take the timeout with just a little over a minute to go here in our opening quarter. Jackson Center with the basketball. Reese back over to Bensman. Working on York. Open is Presley Reese, and she'll hit another jump shot.
Boy.
You know, boy, you see that open shot there. And the confidence has got to grow for Presley Reese.
Oh, yeah, and they're running good sets. They're getting open, and after that start it was for Jackson Center, they're starting to hit some tough shots.
They get it inside, and Borcher's stop ball will go out of bounds. It's going to be Jackson Center basketball.
And if you're Coach Brown after that 12-1 start, you've got to be pleased. I mean, you got to keep up hitting those shots. The Raiders are winning the inside. You got to make an adjustment here. It'll be interesting to see how if Jackson Center can keep this up. They're doing a really nice job ever since that start, though.
Comes the turnover, picked up there by Borchers. Trying to get it over to Cardagna. It's going to go out of bounds. And Kylie Dosick off the Raiders bench will come in. She'll guard Reichert. Reichert goes to the left. Reese makes the cut inside. Bird has it in the wing. Bensman in the corner. They'll get it back out front to Reese. Presley Reese with the basketball as Reichert does the pick and roll. Kendall Reese to Bensman on the three. That's going to end our first quarter. Bensman had a halfway decent look at it. Quarter ends our score. Russia 16. Jackson Center 10. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
We are more than just a bank. Our commitment goes beyond banking transactions. It's about investing in the hearts and hopes of the people we serve. From scholarships that pave the way for bright futures to local initiatives that enrich lives, we stand by you every step of the way. Because when our community thrives, we all prosper. Together, we build a stronger, brighter community.
First quarter ends with Russia up 16-10. Thanks for joining us here on NKTelco Sports. Dave Helmstead and Brandon Coverman on the call. From Jackson Center, Tigers will have the basketball. Tatum Reichert. There's the steal by Haney, and the Raiders on the break. And Addison Shappy has 8 points now, and easy breakaway. Good defense there by Haney. She read it, made the steal, and that puts Jackson Center down by 8 as they have the basketball. Lichtenberg out front. Count is on. They'll get it back to Reichert. Reichert to Bensman. Now Lichtenberg. Back over to Reese. Reichert guarded closely by Cordonier. Back over to Bensman. This time York will pick Reese up on that cut. Reese puts it on the floor off the glass. No good. Rebound came down to Kylie Dosick. Raiders go into their offense, can push the lead to double digits. Shappy for three. Oh! Addison Shappy lighten it up, Brandon.
She's feeling it tonight, and usually when she's feeling it, when she can hit one or two in a row, Coach Bayshore doesn't shy from going away from getting a down screen like that to get her open, and she hit it.
37% after 10 games from three. Only improving that figure here tonight. Reichert will have to call timeout. 6:20 to go, first half of play. Our score, Russia 21, Jackson Center 10. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Is your internet slowing down your family fun? Your work and all the things you need to get done? Say goodbye to buffering, lagging, and endless loading screens. With NKTelco's blazing fast internet and smart Wi-Fi, everyone gets the speed they need. No contracts, no hidden fees, just everyday low prices and fast speeds. NKTelco, keeping your family connected.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Jackson Center had trailed only by 6 coming out of the first quarter, but a little over, not even 2 minutes into it, find themselves down by 11. Some hot shooting and good play by the Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders get 5 points. Madison Shappy that quarter, or that little break, and now Jackson needs to hit those open shots that they were hitting in that second half of the first quarter.
Borchers with a rebound. Haney over to York. Back out front. Cordonier will shoot the three. Shot no good. Scrap for the rebound. York will come up with it. Haney looks down low. There's Cordonier. Great move by Cordonier. She's looking to go to the basket, made that cut, and teammates saw her, and it's an easy bucket for the Raiders.
And one of the things with Ariana Cordonier, she hasn't scored a lot this year, but she handles the ball for the Raiders, and that's her primary responsibility. And you can't stat handling the ball. You know, you can in turnovers, but it's not noticeable to someone that doesn't show up to the game. She has been a huge factor for this team this year and her ability to handle the ball.
Cordonier out front, thought about a shot. Haney will have it. Gets it to the left side, number 5. Is that Callie Goubeau into the lineup for the Raiders.
Claudia Haney cutting through the lane. She's got to be able to go up strong with that. The Raiders have got that mismatch. You know, they're going basically the direction of wherever Presley Reese isn't. You know, Claudia Haney is matched up with Hayden Bensman, and that's an easy mismatch on the inside if you're the Raiders.
Goes Borchers. Shot no good. She gets her own rebound, puts it up. Still no good. Gets the rebound again. Finally, this time, Presley Reese will come up with it. Trying to lead a pass to Tatum Reichert, but just out of the reach of Reichert. (23-10), 4:53 to go here in the first half. Cordonier with the basketball. Shappy, Haney now with it. She puts it on the floor, and it's going to roll home. So we got a 9-0 run to start this quarter by Russia, up by 15. Reese puts it up, blocked there by Haney. Lead pass looking for Borchers. It's going to go out of bounds, and that will be Jackson Center basketball. Raiders apply the pressure, looking for that double team. Reese finds the middle, which is Reichert. Nice lead pass to Lichtenberg. Puts it up off the glass, and with 4:10 to go in the second quarter, the Tigers are on the board.
A nice cut by Lichtenberg to the basket and got that one-on-one matchup with Gubo and just took it to the bucket.
Haney trying to go inside. Ball stripped away there by Reichert. And it will stay with the Raiders.
One thing Haney's got to do there when she gets that ball out there, you know, she's trying to been expanding her game this year. She's got to be able to rotate that basketball and attack downhill just a little more aggressively.
Cordonier up out front, over to Haney. Gubo has it now. Back over to Borchers. Shappy trying to get free. Haney looks down low, ball tipped away. Gets back to Shappy. Borchers will have it. Haney looks at Gubo running the baseline. They'll pull it back out at 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Shappy. Haney puts it on the floor, goes down the lane, and will draw the foul.
And that's a better attacking by Haney downhill with a full head of steam. Sometimes, I mean, with her growing that game outside the block this year, she's been kind of unsure. But when she attacks like that downhill, you're going to get better looks at the basket, and you're going to draw fouls just like that.
Maddie Haney and Kylie Dosick will come into the game here in just a moment, as will Zoe Polschneider for Jackson Center with 3:10 to go in our first half of Shelby County Athletic League girls basketball. Haney with the free throw. Pops in and out. Reese boxes out, grabs the rebound. Up court to Bensman, turns into Cordonier. That's a turnover. Here comes Cordonier. Ball tipped away by Bensman. Two teams exchanging turnovers. Reese will slow it down over to Lichtenberg. Reichert. Lichtenberg into the lane, and Dosick will draw the foul. Kylie Dosick, a 5'10 junior, picks up her first. Both teams with just one foul each here in quarter number 2. Lichtenberg misses the free throw. Second free throw no good. Haney clears the boards. Cordonier out front. Chappie to Haney. Cordonier now again with it. Now Haney looking inside. Chappie. Reese will pick her up.
Good defense by the Tigers on this possession, doing a really nice job pushing the Raiders out beyond the arc.
Looking inside, they're going to throw it away. Polschneider will pick it up. Reichert across the timeline. Looks to her right, but goes left. Bensman will have it. Lichtenberg in the wing. Back to Bensman, trying to go inside to get a little backside help. Basket goes, and let's see who the foul is on. It's going to go against Maddie Haney. Is that correct? Number 2?
Yep.
And Bensman will go to the line. 25-14. 11-point Raider lead as Bensman tries to complete the three-point play. Hits on the free throw, and it's a 10-point Russia lead. Shappy Over to Cordonier. Haney. Shappy into the lane. Reese with the rebound. Minute 30 to go, first half. Tigers, Reichert goes inside, and Cordonier will alertly grab the basketball and will have a jump, and the possession will allow Jackson Center to hang on to the basketball. Reese for three, shot no good. Going to have a foul over the back on Tatum Reichert. Hazel Francis back into the lineup for Russia. Addison Shappy leads all scorers in this one with 11 points, has hit 3 3-pointers. Cordonier gets it to Shappy. In the middle to Haney. And it's going to be a foul in the backcourt again. This time it's going to go against Presley Reese.
And Tigers have done a better job, like I said, the last few possessions of moving the Raiders off the block. And they need to, somehow the Raiders need to flash and find a way to get the ball back down there, again, like they were early on in the early part of this game.
Haney. Shappy will corral that basketball in, goes back to the right side, and Cordonier. And she'll take an extra step. Raider turnover as Faith York will come in. Hazel Francis will go out. Tatum Reichert up court. Under a minute to go at the 52nd mark. Reese to Kendall Reese. Paul Schneider out front. In trouble, ball taken away. Borchers trying to go inside. Reichert did a nice job of keeping her out. They're going to call a foul. It's going to go against number 22, Celeste Borchers. Her first, team's third of the second quarter. Bensman set to inbound it. Gets it in the middle to Presley Reese. 20 seconds left here in the first half. Clock quickly counting down. She finds Reichert. Shot no good. Cordonier has it, almost lost it. It'll go out of bounds, and the Raiders will have it with 9.3 seconds on the clock. Hazel Francis in. York will go out. Let's see what the Raiders do, Brandon.
You might try to maybe find something quick to Shappy here. Maybe a flare screen. Or a flare to Cordonier.
Cordonier with the three and hits it with 2 seconds on the clock, and the Raiders will go to the locker room with a 13-point lead. Ariana Cordonier with a big three to end that first half for Russia. Our score, the Russia Raiders 28, the Jackson Center Tigers 15. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Hometown Opportunity serves Mercer County, Auglaize County, Darke County, and Shelby County.
The website as a whole is pretty user-friendly. I was able to filter down my options, see what types of jobs were out there for me in the area.
It really opened up my eyes to the employer market around here.
We know that our local candidates, a lot of times, are most successful candidates because they want to come here and stay.
It's become the go-to site for anybody looking for a job in the region.
Here at halftime, the Russia Raiders with a 28-15 lead. Jackson Center kind of up and down offensively. And then Cordonier for the Raiders hits the big three right at 2 seconds left in the half. And the Raiders go to the locker room with a nice 13-point lead.
Yeah, overall, Raiders from the field 11 of 20. Kind of had some turnover problems at some point. Really, they got the ball down inside, and they got, just threes peppered in here and there. 3 of them from Addison Shappy from beyond the arc, or 5 of 9 that second quarter. Jackson Center shooting 6 of 19. Most of that bulk coming towards the second half of that second quarter, where Tatum Riker and Presley Reese really hit some nice open shots. So if we see Jackson Center kind of get back into that groove they were in the second half of the second quarter, they can really get back into this ball game and really push the Raiders here. But if you're the Raiders, you want to keep the pedal down. They've gotten really good spread out scoring from Addison Shappy. If Ariana Cordonier for Russia is going to score 7 points and a half, that's a really good telltale sign for the Raiders, because she's primarily the ball handler. She was a part of an undefeated team in junior high where she did a lot of the score, where she was probably the lead scorer. And this year she's not scoring as much. She's had to take more of this ball handling, facilitating role, and does a good job of that.
And the Raiders, they start out this second quarter with a 9-0 run. Jackson Center bounces back, and then the Raiders finish strong. So we begin the second half. Russia with the basketball, up by 13. They'll push it out. Cordonier, this time the three doesn't fall. Borchers had her hand on the rebound, but it's going to come off to Presley Reese. He'll bring it across the timeline. Kendall Reese now with the basketball. We'll go to the left side, and Tatum Reichert as they look inside for Lichtenberg. Ball taken away by Haney. Jackson Center turnover. Shappy with those 11 points to lead the Raiders, but good balance in the starting lineup for the Raiders overall. Cordonier back out to Haney. Goes to the left side, and Francis. Francis handling the basketball, gets it back out front to Borchers. Raiders run their offense. Looking low, Cordonier back out. Borchers loses it. Raider turnover. Reese racing to the baseline. It's kind of out of control and not that good of a shot, but Jackson Center will hang on to the basketball. Reichert tries to get it in, taken away there by Hazel Francis. Nice steal by the sophomore. Tries to go inside, taken away by Kendall Reese. Here come the Tigers. They'll slow it down. They get it back out to Presley Reese. Kendall Reese will have it. Top of the key. Tatum Reichert. She'll get the basketball in the wing. Tigers trying to move that offense. Lichtenberg takes it to the baseline, but she was going to call a block. Thought maybe it was going to be a travel, Brandon.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, and I thought Shappy was in decent position. All right, and call the foul on her anyway.
Reichert finds Kendall Reese. Shot partially blocked there by Borchers. Rebounded by Presley Reese. Foul is going to be on number 24, Ariana Cordonier. Picks up her first, and the second foul here in the third quarter by Russia. Second free throw also good.
Reese has got 7 now for the Tigers and only down 11. I mean, just a little run here, a little 6-0, 8-0 run really turns this ball game on its head for the Tigers.
Outside 3, shot no good by Borchers. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Jackson Center basketball. Reichert goes to her right, looking for the baseline opening, but it'll come back out front. Bensman to Reichert, now to Kendall Reese. Lichtenberg will take the shot, pops in and out, rebounded by Haney. Foul will be on Presley Reese for Jackson Center. Audrey Bird will come into the lineup for D. Lichtenberg. Raiders running the offense. Borchers out front. Cordonier on the right side. There's Shappy with the cut. Into the lane goes Francis. It's going to go out of bounds.
That's 10 turnovers for the Raiders.
One of those nights for Hazel Francis. Yeah. A little bit of foul trouble early on. And with 2 fouls now, it's not so bad. But early in the game, she got those 2 very quickly.
And we're going to talk about, if you watch this Rooster team, when Hazel Francis plays on offense, this team plays well on offense. This team gets going right now. She hasn't scored yet tonight. So it's been kind of a struggle for her here tonight.
Faith York into the lineup. Haney goes for the steal, comes back to Cordonier, back to Haney, and Reese will foul Haney as she goes to the glass.
Good little 2-on-1 there. Would like to see Ariana Cordonier kind of take that to the basket, though, with that left hand.
Claudia Haney will shoot 2. Haney averaging just under 10 points per game and 6 rebounds. 6'2" junior. Second free throw, no good. Borchers with a rebound. Reese gets her hand in the face, but York comes down with it. Kendall Reese will tip it away, and Presley Reese comes up with it. Bird telegraphs it. York with the steal. Left-handed layup. And Faith York, her first basket, and it's 30-17 as we approach 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Steal. York has it. Dishes it off, but a double dribble there by Hazel Francis.
But what I like from Coach Bayshores those last few possessions is that aggressiveness. And when you watch the Raider team, when they're more aggressive, they're playing better. You got to push the issue right here if you're Coach Bayshore here to try to put this game away if you're Rushi.
Inbounds to Reichert, leads Polschneider.
She scooted there a little bit.
Hard to land that, plant that foot for her with the wrap. And
it is.
So that's a turnover by Jackson Center on the travel. Only she can experience that one and knows what she feels.
Yeah.
She tries to plant that foot. It's not obviously a very good feeling.
I could talk to my fiance. She has a wrap. She could say the same thing.
Yeah. 3:36 to go. We got a timeout. Raiders will take the timeout. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. And remind you that tonight's game brought to you by First National Bank. Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Precision Strip, and St. Henry Bank. And on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard, it's 30-17. Raiders with the lead. I'm Dave Helmstetter with Brandon Coverman here on NKTelco Sports. Raiders in control.
Yeah, and it's been a little bit of a dry half in terms of scoring for both teams. I mean, we're 3:36 to go here in the third quarter. Each team has only managed a field goal apiece. So obviously that favoring the Raiders, them building up a double-digit lead prior to halftime. But Russia really just need to see them attack downhill, be aggressive. With Jackson Center, what you want to see is try to get those open shots that you did the second half of the first quarter. That's when your offense really got going. They ended the first quarter with 10 points. They've only managed 7 since then. So let's see what happens here, Dave.
It's been a game of spurts for really both these two teams. But the Raiders have had the upper hand throughout the night. Started out 12-1. You almost forget about that, an 11-point lead. Jackson Center bounced back, got it down to 16-10 at the end of the first quarter. But then that 9-0 run has really established the Raiders in the first half.
I think Jackson Center's done a better job fronting screens here tonight, too, and then a late foul coming in on Reese. But they've done a better job of fronting screens after Shappy hit a couple threes. We didn't see the Tigers get out there, but they're doing a better job of forcing the Raiders more out from beyond the arc.
13-point lead. Borchers at the line and connects. Kylie Dosick, Faith York into the lineup for the Raiders. Second free throw, also good. Lead goes to 15. Tatum Reichert working on Faith York across the timeline. Gets it to Reese. Lichtenberg with it in the wing. Dosick on her. Reichert open for a three. Shot rolls home. She's got a smile on her face after that one.
And it was
Brandon.
good down screen by her teammates to get her wide open. York got cut up in it, so a nice job also by Tatum Reichert's teammates to free her open there.
Also got the bounce. And it's 32-20. 12-point Russia lead.
I'm sure she shot enough of time in this gym to get those bounces.
And for a lot of years. Already, only a freshman. York goes to her left. Paul Schneider on her. They'll go inside to Haney. Defense collapses. Lots of reaching.
And that's a good job by Haney. When you get that mismatch, and like I said, she's become the forward of this offense, taking over for her cousin Ronnie Poling from last year, asserting her dominance down below right there, calling for the ball and establishing your post position down low. You have to do that when you're 6'1" in girls basketball especially.
Haney. Shot off target. Polschneider, or rather Reese, will grab the rebound. Reichert wants to go inside, pull-up jumper. Shot off target. Haney with the rebound. Cordonier. Raiders will work on offense. Minute 45 to go, third quarter action. Cordonier makes the move inside. Defense picks her up. Lichtenberg will take the missed shot, grab the rebound. Reichert, Reese, 15-footer, shot no good. Rebounded by Cordonier. Up court she comes, across the timeline, looking for Haney. Baseline move, back to Cordonier. Loses the ball, but Haney will scoop it up. Borchers into the lane, is going to lose it. It's going to be tipped out of bounds by Jackson Center. Addison Shappy back into the lineup. York will come out. Bird will come in for Jackson Center. Audrey Bird, that is. Cordonier. Going to be a reach and a foul on Reese. Kendall Reese.
But like I said, for Jackson Center, you do lose McKinley Reichert, which is a big story. But it's a nice luxury to get Kendall Reese back here to just provide some more depth for this team, as they only go 8 deep.
Free throw is nothing but net. York and Dosick come back in for the Raiders, and Bensman will come in for Jackson Center. Free throw is good. Lead goes to 14.
Here's at their last 4 free throws after missing their first 4.
Maddie Haney, number 2, 5'6" sophomore in the lineup for the Raiders. Reese goes to the left side and Bensman. Reichert, timeout, Jackson Center, full timeout with 1 minute to go here in quarter number 3. Our score, Rushi 34, Jackson Center 20. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
We are more than just a bank. Our commitment goes beyond banking transactions. It's about investing in the hearts and hopes of the people we serve. From scholarships that pave the way for bright futures to local initiatives that enrich lives, we stand by you every step of the way. Because when our community thrives, we all prosper. Together, we build a stronger, brighter community.
Jackson Center with the basketball. They trail by 14. Reichert. Back over to Brooke Bird. Try to get it inside to Reese. Audrey Bird, number 22.
See Jackson just try to run offense here. If they can get a shot, great. And get it
There
right
it is.
there. That's a good shot.
Reichert gets the ball inside right at the free throw line and connects. 34-22. Clock coming up on 10 seconds. Haney back over to Borchers. Dosick, ball taken away, ball tipped away. York has it. That's going to end our third quarter of basketball. Our score, Rushi 34, Jackson Center 22. Fourth quarter coming up. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Is your internet slowing down your family fun? Your work and all the things you need to get done? Say goodbye to buffering, lagging, and endless loading screens. With NKTelco's blazing fast internet and smart Wi-Fi, everyone gets the speed they need. No contracts, no hidden fees, just everyday low prices and fast speeds. NKTelco, keeping your family connected.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Fourth quarter begins, and Jackson Center will have the basketball. Trail by 12. Reese puts it on the floor, puts it up. Shot no good. Tatum Reichert will have the basketball. It's going to be a jump. Her and Cordonier. Possession arrow will favor Rushi.
You see now a little desperation here from Jackson Center, trailing by double digits here. Great defense by Reese.
She got back in time,
Yeah.
just held her own, and really ball went out of bounds off of her. Good defensive play to stop what I thought was going to be an easy bucket. York back out to Cordonier. Cordonier trying to get it inside, but sometimes you just can't quite do it.
Trying to force that there, and I know at times the Raiders this season have tried to run their offense around Claudia Haney, but if that's not there, you got to rotate the basketball, especially when you're up a dozen points here in the fourth quarter.
Jackson Center had it well defended as well.
Yeah, they did. And Jackson has done a great job ever since that 12-1 start in making adjustments.
Cordonier out front. Audrey Bird on her. Goes to York, down low. Nice pass inside as Hazel Francis shot partially blocked. Reichert, Reese, pull up, 3. Shot doesn't go. Rebound. Celeste Borchers racing up court. Cordonier listening to Coach Bayshore. Let's see what they do. Looking to run their offense. Cordonier, York. Inside Haney, off the glass, up and in. Claudia Haney, the 6'2 junior, makes it 36-22.
That's the nice downhill attack you want to see from Claudia, and she's now up to 8 points.
See if Jackson Center can counter. Bensman will go inside. Shot doesn't go. Boy, she had a great look at that one.
It's a good downhill attack right there from Hayden Betts. Felt like we haven't called her name much here tonight, and she's usually, been in that starting lineup spot for Kendall Reese.
Lichtenberg somehow comes up with it. Here comes Tatum Reichert. Over to Presley Reese. Takes her time and finds a bullseye.
Nice
Presley
shot.
Reese.
Nice shot by Presley, now in double figures here tonight.
Her and Tatum Reichert each with 10 points. Haney. Ball almost tipped away by Reese, and it's going to go out of bounds.
It's going to be a foul on Reese, too. It's going for the ball.
That's going after the basketball, isn't it?
Yeah, if you were watching the ball there and you saw Reese kind of got tangled up from the backside with York, kind of trying to push her out of the way.
Reese will come out. Raiders with the basketball, 11-point lead. Out front, Borchers trying to look to the backside, and Cordonier, it's not open, and they wisely reset. Addison Shappy, only senior on the roster, gets it over to Haney. Raiders taking some time off the clock. Not sure it's what they want to do. But
yeah, I think they're trying to get an open look here. I just don't think they're running offense to run offense. A little out of sorts here.
Back over to Borchers, wide open for a 15-footer, and she'll knock it down. And Coach Michael Bayshore will take a full timeout. 4:26 to go. Our score, Russia 38, Jackson Center 25. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Jackson Center will inbound it. Talking a little bit about Monday's upcoming game, Ohio State and Notre Dame, which everybody's talking about. Can't help but. Right, Brandon?
Yeah, certainly excited. Obviously, both of us Buckeye fans. So I've got Monday off from school for Martin Luther King, as do all these kids. So we're all excited. It'll be a fun matchup.
So nobody's going to have to move a starting time because of a college football playoff game on Monday.
And it's supposed to be cold on Tuesday, so maybe some 2-hour delays from some local superintendents would be nice.
Thought I saw below 0.
Yeah, it's a high of 5 and a low of -3 on Monday.
I see a few Ohio State attire here among our Jackson Center crowd. They have the basketball. The girls team does. They down by 13. Reese with the basketball over to Lichtenberg. Looking for Bensman inside. They'll get it back out to Presley Reese. Reichert will shoot the 3. Shot doesn't go. Lichtenberg kind of got in the way that time. Cordonier will bring it across the timeline. 3 minutes. 35 seconds to go. Raiders trying to wrap this one up. 13-point advantage. Addison Shappy back over to Borchers. Celeste goes into the lane. Running right-hander, no good. Has her hand on the rebound. It goes out of bounds. Tipped away there by Tatum Reichert.
She about pins that ball on her arm. It seems like it looks like it's close to a travel when she does that. Celeste Borchers, that is.
Short jumpers on target.
And who hit that one? I didn't see. I was looking at my paper.
I'm looking, and it's not blinking. We're not the only one that missed it. I believe it was Celeste Borchers. I thought for a moment it was Haney, but I don't believe so. Oh, no, it was Addison Shappy.
Makes it a baker's dozen for her tonight. 13 to lead the Raider.
Yep, Addison Shappy. We're high above the court, the habitat at the Cat.
Gotta love it. This is a great view from up here.
Oh, yeah. Outside Shappy. Doesn't go. Ball tipped away. Comes right back to Shappy. Running right-hander on the baseline. No good. Ball still loosened. Cordonier muscles her way in. Ariana Cordonier with the basket.
She's having a nice offensive game tonight.
Got 11. 17-point lead. Inside the lane goes Reichert.
And we're talking, too, a little bit about the MLK event. If you're a girls basketball fan, the MLK event at Marmy on Sunday for the boys, there's a handful of Shelby County teams playing in that. But there's also a girls MLK event on Monday this week, which actually this Russia team will be playing in, and a lot of other teams, too. A lot of their local teams. Russia will be taking on Waynesville in that event, so that'll be a good event. If you like girls basketball, go over Monday to Versailles if you got Martin Luther King Day off.
Borchers to the baseline. Gets it back out to Haney. Haney finds Borchers' ball. A little bit too hard of a pass. Goes off Lichtenberg. Now we got a scramble, and it will be Arushi basketball in front of the scorers table. Cordonier. We go under 2 minutes to go on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Foul on Hayden Bensman.
And now that desperation's got to come here for Jackson Center, obviously slipping away here.
They have 2 team fouls with 1:56 to go. So they've got a lot to gamble with here. Trying to get that turnover up. Whoa. They got the travel.
She traveled, or she was over and back. She took that one dribble behind the paw of the Tigers. So either way, a dead ball turnover for Russia.
Reichert will have it over to Lichtenberg. Top of the key. Reese tries to put it up. Shot blocked. Shappy, left-handed layup, no good. Haney comes in Her rebound no good. Shot goes up and in by Hazel Francis, and Francis gets her first basket of the night. Or no, that's second, excuse me. She's got 4. And it's an 18-point Raider lead. Reese for 3, got it.
Well, I knew that was good as soon as it left her hand.
Nice form, good spiral. Good rotation, I should say. Not spiral, maybe.
You're thinking of the football
I was
conversation.
thinking of football, yeah. Press up front, open is Celeste Borchers for the easy basket. She has 8 points. 46-29 our score. Bensman. Reese says, let me have it. I hit that last one. She looked up at the clock. A little bit too far out. And Bird will lose it out of bounds. 30 seconds left. And Russia will inbound it, and this should just about be it. Once they cross the timeline, Cordonier does, and the clock is going to count down very quickly here. Foul on Reese. That's going to be her 5th. She'll go out, and Zoe Polschneider will come back in with 17 seconds. And Bensman will pick up her 3rd foul. Clock stops with 12.3 seconds left. And that's going to be it. Cordonier will run the clock out, handling the basketball at midcourt. And that's it. Our final score, Russia Raiders 46, Jackson Center 29. Raiders improved to 8-7 overall and 6-3 in league play. They'll play
Waynesville on Monday.
Waynesville on Monday at Versailles in the MLK Classic there. And then on Tuesday at Parkway. Jackson Center, on the other hand, they fall to 5-10 and 2-6. They will play at home on Saturday against New Bremen. Then next week they'll play Houston on Tuesday. That's Tuesday, January the 21st. They'll pick it back up. You take a look at tonight's game. Jackson Center now has lost 6 of their last 7, 4 straight losses. The Raiders bounce back and avenge for the second time this season, they've knocked off Jackson Center. They won 37-35 earlier in the year, early December. And they post the victory. The junior varsity squad for the Raiders also a winner at 47-17 in our contest to start this evening out. In this game, the Raiders started out, jumped out to a 12-1 lead. Looked like they were going to cruise all the way, but Jackson Center bounced back, had a nice run in the latter stages of the first quarter and cut the lead to 16-10. Raiders with the advantage. Presley Reese hit a couple of nice 15-footers to help the Tigers get back into this one. Then in the second quarter, Russia started out with a 9-0 run, pushed that lead well into double figures, and then right before the half with just 2 seconds left, Jackson Center trailed by 10, but Ariana Cordonier hit a three-pointer with 2 seconds left, and the Tigers went to the locker room with a 28-15 advantage. Two teams both struggled a little bit on offense in the third quarter, but the Raiders prevailed. They had a 34-22 lead and then just ran out the string really here in the fourth and final quarter for a 46-29 victory over their Shelby County Athletic League rivals. I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's game, First National Bank, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Precision Strip, and St. Henry Bank, and our scoreboard sponsor, First National Bank. Now to the final numbers for this one, the 46-29 win for the Russia Raiders.
Taking a look first for the stats of the Raiders, 14 turnovers. They were 4 of 8 from the line. Overall from the field, 18 of 39, 28 rebounds. On the flip side for Jackson Center, 15 turnovers, 3 of 6 from the line. They were 11 of 36 from the field with 16 boards, led in double figures here tonight with 10 points apiece for Tatum Reichert and Presley Reese as well, getting some points chipped in from Hayden Bensman and D. Lichtenberg. On the flip side for the Raiders, they had 4 points from Hazel Francis, 8 points from Celeste Borchers, 9 from Ariana Cardonier. They were led with Addison Shappy and 13, 8 from Claudia Haney, and they chipped in 2 from Faith York.
Nice win for the Raiders, and hopefully pick up a couple more in the MLK Classic coming up.
Yeah, they have a brutal schedule down the stretch. You got Waynesville, very good team. I know Parkway lingers as well, and undefeated Marion, and of course Laramie again. So team trying to gain some experience here, and a good win for Coach Bayshore's squad, trying to get on the track after that tough game Saturday against Anna. And we'll have the opportunity on the flip side for the Tigers to watch them against New Bremen, which I think will be a very good game. New Bremen plays a lot of zone. So you're going to have Reichert and Reese hit those outside shots, especially against Coach Timmerman's zone.
Should be an interesting matchup, New Bremen and Jackson Center on Saturday here on NKTelco Sports. Thanks for joining us from the Habitat of the Cat. I'm Dave Helmstetter. With me tonight, Brandon Coverman. Raiders win over Jackson Center. You have been watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.